first, you next. Stay informed to stay empowered on SEMTV, your favorite television station.
SEMTV News, truth first, you next. Stay informed to stay empowered. Hello and welcome to SEMTV News at 7. I am Miracle Obo. Let's take a look at the headlines. CEO Bonjour Mills Ovaporaye Utoro celebrates 50th birthday, 10th company's anniversary. Veteran Nollywood actor Sam Dede recounts the controversial February 18, 1997 security crackdown in Port Harcourt. Plus, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated Nigeria's first integrated energy hub in Oshodi. We'll bring you the details of the news in a moment.
This is SEMTV News. Truth first, you next. Stay informed to stay empowered on SEMTV, your favorite television station.
We begin the report with Rivers State, where veteran Nollywood actor Sam Dede has recounted the controversial February 18, 1997 security crackdown in Port Harcourt, where 33 members of the National Association of Sea Dogs (NAS) were arrested by the Abacha administration, who utilized the state security service and military task forces to clamp down tightly on civil society, human rights advocates and pre-democracy groups, stressing that it formed part of the early days struggle. The veteran actor cum activist made the comments during the Wole Soyinka lecture in Port Harcourt. Our correspondent who took the report now completes the story.
Delivering an emotional reflection, veteran Nollywood actor Sam Dede urged Nigerians not to allow the stories of victims of oppression to fade into history. He said a nation's strength lies not only in its achievements, but also in its willingness to honor those who stood courageously against injustice and defended human dignity. Sam Dede also noted that the event, held as part of the National Association of Sea Dogs NAS Martyrs Day and the 28th Wole Soyinka lecture, revisited the event surrounding the F-18 incident, during which members and applicants of the association were arrested and allegedly subjected to torture and prolonged detention under the military regime of late General Sani Abacha. According to accounts presented at the gathering, the incident followed a membership screening exercise that was interrupted by a security operation after participants were accused of having links with the pro-democracy movement. Several individuals were reportedly detained in police and military facilities under harsh conditions, with many alleging violations of their fundamental human rights.
Deliberately, the guy who put the cuffs on me put my left leg with the left leg of Kingsley Ogundu. Today, Kingsley Ogundu is His Royal Highness. So, this meant that each time they took us out in the morning to the toilet, he would be facing backwards and I would be facing, it was a horrible experience. And then for the first 1 week, we were flogged morning, afternoon, night. The commander of military intelligence read the Riot Act, say the commander-in-chief has a personal interest in your matter. Consider yourselves finished. You are gone as you are dead. Matter I don't serious. So for the first 1 week, flogging until the commander of 5th Battalion, is it 5th Battalion? One Lieutenant Colonel Tajuddin something. He came
speakers noted that the F-18 episode remains a powerful reminder of the dangers of authoritarian rule and the importance of safeguarding democratic values, civil liberties, and the rule of law. They stressed that remembering the sacrifices of those who endured persecution is essential to preventing a repeat of such abuses.
People in chains inside the cell. If this doesn't happen by tomorrow, I'm going to set these people free. And then, surprisingly, the following day, they hurriedly came and took off the cuffs. But that was the beginning of the journey that was to last about 4 months.
Rivers State has joined the rest of the world to mark the 2026 World Day Against Trafficking in Person, with a mass awareness walk in Port Harcourt organized by the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, in collaboration with SEMTV, Lions International, Bristol, and other stakeholders. The awareness walk took off from Ikoku Spare Parts Market opposite Hypercity Shopping Mall, with participants carrying banners, sharing flyers, and using music to educate public on the dangers of human trafficking. This year's theme is Trapped Behind the Scam. In a related development, renowned Nollywood actress and cultural advocate Hilda Dokubo has called on Nigerians to take greater responsibility for the nation's future, insisting that sustainable change can only be achieved when citizens actively participate in shaping the country's governance. The actress made the comments during the Wole Soyinka lecture in Port Harcourt. Ikeru Chinimerim has the report.
Speaking during the panel section, the veteran actress emphasized that Nigerians must first undergo a change in mindset and reclaim their power by demanding accountability from those in leadership. She argued that citizens who become more responsible and actively engage in the democratic process will be better positioned to elect leaders of integrity, competence, and vision.
When we change, then we will take back our power. We'll take back our power, and then we will change the quality of the people that we allow to sit in any kind of office, starting from your security man. Have you gone to any ministry and a security man is looking at you and saying, Oga, how far? Bribe, and you put your hand in your pocket, bring out 500 naira and you give to him. Whatever you allow becomes approved and it is established.
Dakubo stressed that the quality of leadership in any society reflects the standards accepted by its people, declaring, whatever you allow is what will be approved and established. She concluded by encouraging Nigerians not to lose hope, maintained that through collective action, civic responsibility, and sustained participation in governance, citizens have the capacity to transform the country's political and social landscape.
We're the ones who go to the people in the office and demand things we know and not to be demanded. We're the ones steal and make them steal. We're the ones who steal our votes. We're the ones who refuse to cast our votes. We're the ones who refuse to speak up and stand up when we're required to. We, the people, the ones that they have used to constantly lie to all of us, we are the ones who need to change first. We're the ones responsible for all the alibi, and we're the ones preventing agency.
Ike Ruth Chidimirim, SEMTV News.
Elsewhere, the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Bonjour Mill Limited, Ovaporoye Utoro, on Saturday, August 1st, 2026, celebrated the 50th birthday alongside the company's 10th anniversary at Aztec Akron in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, with royal fathers, government officials, business leaders, and other distinguished guests in attendance. In a goodwill message led by his wife, friends, and family, highlighted the growth of Bonjour bread across the Niger Delta and prayed for success and longevity for the celebrant and his business. Our correspondent has the rest of the report. Speaking at the event, Mr. Utoro said 2026 is significant to the Bonjour family as it marks 16 years since the bread business began, 10 years of Bonjour Mill Limited, and his 50th birthday. He said the company now operates 7 branches across Rivers, Bayelsa, and Delta states and employs about 1,500 staffs, supported by over 300 distributors.
It's not just a celebration of my 50th birthday. It's also a remarkable, this year is also a remarkable year because Bonjour Mills Limited as a company is also 10 years. And this is also my 16th year of my business journey. So God has really been faithful to us. Greater years ahead. If we could have gone this far in 10 years, I know the next 10 years will take us around Africa. You never can imagine where you will be. Just depend on God and put in your best. Anytime I'm opportune to take a seminar, I always tell people there is a God factor and there is that you must put in by yourself. If you pray from today till tomorrow and you don't put in that your own, God will not ask.
A major highlight was the reading of Mr. Utoru's autobiography by his daughter, Jemima Utoru, who reflected on his humble beginnings, the loss of Bonjour's father before birth, and how faith and perseverance shaped his journey from hardship to entrepreneurial success. Goodwill messages were delivered by his wife, Mrs. Glory Utoru. Family members and friends described him as resilient, God-fearing, and committed to creating opportunities for others.
Today, I celebrate not just your 50th birthday, but the extraordinary man you are. You are a loving husband, a pillar of strength, a man of wisdom, integrity, and excellence. Your life has been a blessing to our family and to everyone privileged to know you. At 50, you stand as a testament to God's faithfulness, grace, and favor.
Guests present also took turns to wish him a happy 50th birthday, offering prayers and heartfelt congratulations while celebrating the growth of Bonjour Mill Limited and its contribution to employment and economic development in the Niger Delta and nationwide.
Happy birthday, my son. Many years and prosperity. I can't talk finish. I short of words.
Friend of the Junior's 50th birthday today. A very nice guy. And I wish him more fruitful, more blessed years ahead.
He's a very gentleman, and he's a very good fellow. In the next 5 days, the sky will be his limit. I want to appreciate the celebrant. I want to thank God for his life, for God making him to pass the 6th time. Going higher. If there's any other one,
Wish him more fruitful years, strong years, and more progressive business. He will be the fruit of his labor. He will live to reap the fruit of his labor.
well, definitely that is correct. We wish him all the best because for him to clock 50 years, he must have achieved. And look at his celebration. It's almost everywhere. The cream of the society they are here. And as a member of the Zone 16 PCRC, we welcome him and sincerely ask God to give him more blessing.
I wish Bonjour happy birthday, long life and prosperity. Bonjour Mills, Mr. Bonjour. I wish him a wonderful celebration. This is the Golden Jubilee and it's a world celebration. I wish him everything good and I wish him more wins in life.
To my big bro, I wish him longevity, good health and vitality. I pray that God Almighty perfect all that concerns him.
Happy birthday, big brother. I want you to know that I love you so much and I continue to pray that God continues to provide for you, preserve you and your family, continues to give you your heartfelt desires. I just wish you a happy birthday and a long life and prosperity.
I wish him all the best. Anybody can wish himself. He's a versatile young man. It will interest you to know that he trained as an engineer, went into the confectionery industry, and he has made a name. I always love his bread. Thank God that he has clocked 50 years. Today, I wish him all the best. Any young man can wish himself. With the speed he is growing, the sky will be his limit. And may God bless him abundantly. in Jesus' name. Mr. Morrison is a very nice person to us. Who with us throughout his relationship, we are very, very close. He's a kind and gentleman. I wish him more years in good health and prosperity.
I want to wish him an awesome 50th birthday celebration. This is just the beginning. He will continually excel. He will expand in his business. He will have divine health, and I wish him great prosperity.
Miracle Wobo, SEM TV News. One person has been confirmed dead while several others sustained various degrees of injuries following a tragic road accident involving a fully loaded commercial bus along Azikiwe Road in Port Harcourt on the morning of August 3rd. The incident has once again raised concern over reckless driving and road safety. Our correspondent has the rest of the report.
An eyewitness, Joy Godwin, said she arrived at the scene shortly after the accident and met a distressing sight. According to her, a young boy was bleeding heavily, while a woman carrying a baby sustained a fractured leg. She stated that the commercial bus appeared to have suffered brake failure before crashing into the road divider, adding that the vehicle was allegedly moving at high speed before the impact. She further said most of the critically injured victims were evacuated by Federal Road Safety personnel to Brainwave Memorial Specialist Hospital, where one of the victims was later confirmed dead.
Where we people with blood, even one guy said, young boy to wear sit down there too for the motor because na full load in carry. Now the boy says where the thing happen, these road safety people can't carry the boy been dey breathe, but blood said they can't carry and put for the van. One woman to wear break leg because according to people they say the boy dey on high speed. They come so in fair break. Now making enter say the motor can't divert like this.
Another eyewitness, Onyebuchi Kingsley, described the accident as devastating, saying several passengers suffered serious injuries. He alleged that the driver fled the scene immediately after the crash. He also stated that the residents and other Good Samaritans rescued a young man who sustained a head injury and was believed to have suffered memory loss as a result of the impact.
Inside the depot, when I heard the noise, so I have to come outside. When I came outside, I saw what happened. It was fatal accident in fact, because somebody lost his life here also.
A he or a she?
A guy. And the one woman with baby. The woman have injury on her leg. Her leg broke. So with those elderly man, two elderly man and the other guy over there. So we are like, the driver ran away. It was raining. So the driver was like, the brake is okay, everything inside the motor is okay. Just that I believe his speed. The way the guy was speeding. That was also because if you watch how he climbed down this thing from that side to here, that guy that lost his mind, like people that is there, they told me that the guy fly out from the vehicle.
While the exact cause of the accident is yet to be officially determined, authorities are expected to continue their investigation. Motorists also have been urged to ensure their vehicles are roadworthy, obey traffic regulations, and avoid excessive speeding to help prevent further loss of lives on Nigerian roads.
Meanwhile, former Speaker of the Imo State House of Assembly, Uche Onyeagucha, has called for the complete replacement of the Nigerian's 1999 constitution, arguing that meaningful national development cannot be achieved under the current constitution framework. Betty Victor Okiri has the rest of the report.
Former Speaker of the Imo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Onyeagucha, has called for the complete replacement of Nigeria's 1999 constitution, arguing that meaningful national development cannot be achieved under the current constitutional framework. Betty Victor Okiri has the rest of the report. Onyeagucha made the call while speaking at the 28th Wole Soyinka lecture held in Port Harcourt. He described the 1999 constitution as the single most dangerous document in Nigeria, maintaining that it was imposed by a military regime rather than democratically produced by the Nigerian people. According to him, the country requires a truly people-driven constitution that reflects the aspirations, diversity, and collective will of its citizens. The former lawmaker argued that a new constitution would strengthen democratic governance, promote equity and justice, and address many of the structural challenges confronting the nation.
If we want to reclaim it as a state, it's the 1999 Constitution. It is the single most dangerous document in this country. It was imposed on the people. It shouldn't be allowed to continue to be put into use. They started with the preamble, we the people. It was not made by the people. It was imposed on us by the last military dictatorship, and we cannot make any progress unless and until we throw away that piece of document called the 1999 Constitution. It is a very dangerous document, and as long as we continue to use it, we will be deceiving ourselves in this country.
On electoral reforms, Onyebucha stressed the need to guarantee the full independence of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). He proposed that all registered political parties should have representatives within the commission at the national, state and local government levels to enhance transparency, build public confidence in the electoral process, and reduce the incidence of election manipulation. He also advocated the introduction of a property verification number (PVN), describing it as a critical tool for tracking property ownership, improving transparency, and strengthening the fight against corruption and illicit asset acquisition.
We must fight to make sure that INEC, which is the institution that produces our leaders, is genuinely independent. To make it genuinely independent, stop telling us that you have independent National Electoral Commission when they are all members of the same party. Let every political party nominate members into INEC. We should introduce what I call property verification number, just like we have BVN. Every single property that anybody has must be registered.
The 28th Wole Soyinka lecture brought together academics, legal practitioners, civil society organizations, students, and political stakeholders to examine critical national issues and prefer solutions aimed at strengthening Nigeria's democracy, governance, and constitutional development.
To the national scene, where the Vice President Kashim Shettima has declared that the federal government will continue to support and partner with states, driving economic reform and investment promotion in line with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. Describing Delta State as one of Nigeria's most promising investment destinations. Speaking at Delta State Economic and Investment Summit 2026 in Asaba, Shettima, who commended Governor Sheriff, described the economic blueprint as a bold and strategic investment agenda capable of transforming Delta into a major hub for local and international investors. Shettima said the federal government was encouraged by Delta State's commitment to economic recovery and diversification, assuring that Abuja would not hesitate to assist any state actively pursuing reforms that align with national economic priorities. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated Nigeria's first integrated energy hub in Oshodi, describing the facility as a major step in the nation's transition to cleaner, affordable, and sustainable energy solutions. The facility, developed by the Lagos State-owned Ibile Oils and Gas Corporation, integrates premium motor spirits, automotive gas oil, compressed natural gas, liquefied petroleum gas, electric vehicle, charging infrastructure, and a CNG vehicle conversion center within a single location. Speaking during the inauguration ceremony, Governor Sanwo-Olu said the project went beyond the commissioning of a conventional filling station, stressing that it represented a practical demonstration of Nigeria's energy transition agenda. Veteran Nigerian actor and musician Harry B. Anyanwu has called on Nollywood actors and well-meaning Nigerians to support actress Maureen Opoko, who reportedly lost her sight several years ago. Anyanwu, who spoke in a video from Enugu State, said Opoko needs financial assistance to access treatments that could help restore her vision. He urged actors, actresses, and members of the public to contribute towards her treatment, saying collective support could give the veteran actress an opportunity to regain her sight and improve her health. In a separate development, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, WTO, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, says Nigerians lack a good maintenance culture capable of developing the nation. Okonjo-Iweala made this statement yesterday while speaking at the Delta State Economic and Investment Summit 2026 held in Asaba. Report says the Delta State Economic and Investment Summit represents a meticulously planned gathering designed to connect critical stakeholders to explore the abundant business opportunities in the state. Meanwhile, Ghana's parliament has passed a bill that will send cocoa farmers to prison for up to 20 years if they convert their farms to other use without government's approval. The legislation, which gives all cocoa farms protected status, making it a criminal offense to repurpose them for anything else without authorization, has drawn criticism from farmers. Report says government regulators set a fixed price for the cocoa beans at the beginning of every planting season, and the majority of the beans are sold through government's licensed parties to protect farmers from price fluctuation on the international markets. On the foreign scene, the Italian Navy said its troop boarded a tanker in the Mediterranean Sea on Sunday, claiming it was linked to Russia. The Navy said the personnel from one of its ships currently serving as flagship of the European Union mission in the Mediterranean Sea boarded the oil tanker west of the island of Pantelleria in the central Mediterranean Sea. The Navy said the tanker is currently subject to European sanction and belongs to Russia's shadow fleet used to circumvent sanctions on Russian oil following the invasion of Ukraine. Still on the foreign scene, President Donald Trump's emergency appeal aimed at limiting the use of mail ballots is poised to test a controversial 20-year-old Supreme Court principle that was intended to avoid chaos before elections. The Purcell principle, rooted in 2006 Supreme Court decisions, warned federal courts against making last-minute changes to voting rules, but the principle has never before been weighed in a Supreme Court case involving federal election policy like Trump's effort to give the U.S. Postal Service and the Department of Homeland Security a hand in screening state voters' rolls for potential non-citizen voters. Report says the president's executive order signed in March will require states to submit lists of eligible voters to the U.S. Postal Service, which would be barred from sending ballots to anyone on those lists. Still to come in the news, Football Association set to withdraw support from FIFA President Infantino. Stay tuned for details of this in a moment.
This is SEMTV News. Truth first, you next. Stay informed to stay empowered on SEMTV, your favorite television station.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now to the rest of the news stories. In business, the Nigerian Revenue Service has issued comprehensive guidelines on the taxation of virtual assets, providing a regulatory framework for the taxation of cryptocurrency and other digital asset transactions in line with the Nigerian Tax Act 2025 and the Nigerian Tax Administration Act 2025. The new guidelines are aimed at taxpayers, virtual asset services providers, peer-to-peer marketplace operators, tax practitioners, and individuals engaged in virtual assets activities as the federal government intensified efforts to expand the country's tax base and strengthens compliance within the rapidly growing digital economy. In a public notice issued yesterday, the NRS said it has formally released the guidelines on the taxation of virtual assets. According to the agency, the document establishes a clear administrative framework governing tax obligations for virtual assets transactions in Nigeria. And in health, the outgoing chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association Edo State Chapter, Dr. Eustace Osagele, has said stronger collaboration between the public and private sectors will help hospitals overcome long-standing challenges and improve access to quality healthcare for Nigerians. Osagale made the call during the 2026 Annual General Meeting and Scientific Conference of the Edo Nigerian Medical Association held under the theme Safeguarding Standards, Advancing Clinical Practice, the Role of Public-Private Partnership in Our Hospitals. Speaking on the conference theme, the outgoing Edo Nigerian Medical Association chairman said collaboration between government and the private sector remain critical to improving healthcare delivery across the country. Moving on to another story in health, the World Health Organization, WHO, has declared the Democratic Republic of Congo's current Ebola outbreak the largest in the country's history, as the numbers of infection has surpassed previous records. Health officials said the outbreak has recorded more than 3,600 cases and over 1,500 deaths, making it the fastest growing Ebola epidemic ever recorded in the country. The outbreak caused by the Bundibugyo strain of the Ebola virus has been particularly difficult to contain because there is currently no approved vaccine or specific treatment for the strain. Response efforts has also been hampered by insecurity, population movement, limited funding, and community mistrust in some affected areas. The World Health Organization has called for urgent international support to strengthen surveillance, contact tracing, treatment, and community engagement to prevent further spread. The agency maintained the global risk remained low, but warns that swift action is critical to bring the outbreak under control. Now in sport, Mauricio Pochettino has agreed to continue as the manager of the United States men's team until 2030. The former Tottenham and Chelsea boss has been in the post since September 2024, led co-host US to the last 16 of the 2026 World Cup before they were beaten by Belgium. U.S. Soccer said the new agreement included the role of Pochettino and his coaching staff having a greater remit, in which they will also advise and support U.S. Soccer on the broader development of the full national team pathway, youth soccer, coaching education, professional league, collaboration, and other technical facets. U.S. Soccer President Sidney Powell-Cohn said Mauricio has built a culture where players trust the group, trust the process, and trust each other. Still in sports, England midfielder Jordan Henderson has joined Chelsea on a 2-year deal after his contract with Brentford was mutually terminated. The 36-year-old Henderson captained Liverpool to a Premier League title in 2019 to 2020 and also won the Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup twice, and UEFA Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup in his time at Anfield. Report says Anderson came through the ranks and at Sunderland and made his Premier League debut for them as a substitute in the 5-0 loss to Chelsea on November 1st, 2008. Now in entertainment, watch as Kirk Franklin surprises fans by bringing Mercy Chinwo on stage at London's Gospel Garden Festival in a memorable performance that thrilled the crowd. Report says thousands of gospel music fans erupted in cheers at the Gospel Garden Festival in London on Sunday as Grammy-winning American icon Kirk Franklin invited Nigerian singer Mercy Chinwo on stage for an unannounced joint performance. The moment showcased the growing global influence of Nigerian gospel music and the unifying power of gospel across cultures. That's the news at 7, but before we go, a recap of the major stories. We started by informing you that CEO Bonjour Mills Ovaporoye Uturu celebrated his 50th birthday and company's 10th anniversary. We also told you that veteran Nollywood actor Sam Dede has recounted the controversial February 18, 1997 security crackdown in Port Harcourt. On the national front, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated Nigeria's first integrated energy hub in Oshodi. And in sport, we reported that Mauricio Pochettino has agreed on a deal to continue as the manager of the United States men's team until 2030. Many thanks for watching SEMTV News at 7. Do ensure to follow us via our social media handles at SEMTV Plus across X, Facebook, Thread and Instagram. We are also available on Nicomsat channel. Do well to watch us on Free to Air. I am Miracle Wobu. Enjoy the rest of your day and bye for now.